Right. A Poppy. That's P-O-P-P-I. I bet you didn't know that this exists. See, look, zero sugar. If you're worried about sugar so much, they make this stuff. Yeah. Aspartame, but I don't think that kind of stuff isn't going to be any better. Like, it's what I don't like about these healthier, in quotation, alternatives. They're always going to add some sweeteners that give it a horrible aftertaste. Yeah, it's magic. It's like magic spoon logic right here. Yeah, if you're worried about sugar, if you're craving pop but you're worried about sugar, this exists. But anyways. Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and you already knew how bad last night's Xfinity race was. In fact, it was so bad that even other drivers hated it. But anyways, let's go over to the Cup Series race. Oh look, Burt Myers is back! Yeah, he finally decided to come back. And so is Casey Mears. Yeah, Casey Mears decided to come back. So far, so good. The race begins with Taco Bell jumping in the lead. Yeah, that's Christopher Bell's nickname that Michael Bruce gave to him. Meanwhile, Denny overtakes Kyle Larson for fourth. Aside from that, not much is going on. And there's a battle in the back with Bushy and Michael Bedell. So far, it looks like Taco Bell is going to lead every lap. Then Chase Elliott decided he's had enough and takes the lead away from him. Yeah, he wants to prove that his cars are just as good as Larson's. What, a caution? It's a debris caution, and it could be from tire fall off. Almost every driver comes down to pit road. Even though he got overtaken by Chase, Taco Bell is the one to win the race off of pit road. And during the caution, the cameraman decides to focus on an osprey. Yeah, an osprey, a bird that nests there. The caution ends with Josh Berry jumping in the lead. Bubba and Larson start trading wraps, and we see some good old short track contact. Hold up, Cole Custer's in second. The stage seems to go by pretty fast, and the same can be said for yesterday's race. So far, things are getting really exciting. Holy crap, Josh Berry is leading laps. Things have certainly come a long way for Wood Brothers Racing. More contact ensues with the Cinderblock and Bubba Wallace trading wraps. Yeah, that's another nickname that Michael Bruce came up with. Well, for Austin Cindric. And Giggles got past Custer for second. Ugh. Oh, come on, another caution? And guess who caused it? Carson freaking Hocevar. Yeah, he's always going to wreck out a driver. Yeah, he just can't help himself but be aggressive. We really gotta stop being like this. Like, come on, you gotta learn to cool it, man. You gotta learn to not be so aggressive. Yeah, like, he really makes Lynn Loud Jr. look like, well, a peacemaker. But I do like Lynn Loud Jr., though. Yeah, it's more reckless than Lenny. Casey Mears felt... Oh, sorry about that, let's see. He crashed out Chris Buescher. Yeah, Carson crashed out Chris Buescher. And Casey Mears also got the free pass. We see some more drivers come down to pit road, and Josh Berry gives up the lead. And we have contact on pit road. Josh Berry's cars start to sputter after the battery box is damaged. Yeah, Bubba Wallace damaged the battery box here. But anyways, the caution ends with Giggles Lagana leading, and he wins the stage. Our next race off pit road begins, and guess who wins? Yep, Josh Berry wins, and surprisingly, he manages to beat Joey, even though he is known to have one of the fastest pit crews around. And we also have some of the Fox Sports broadcasters eating the Martinsville hot dogs. While the caution is going on. Yeah, the Martinsville hot dogs, the signature hot dogs that you go get at Martinsville. Austin Cindric is also having electrical issues. Our caution ends with Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman battling each other for the lead. Wait, Denny's in second. Talk about revenge arc. Things might go crazy if Denny actually wins. Josh Berry is now a couple of laps down. Well, after he had the battery issue and had to fix his car pit road. Another caution suddenly comes out. Lots of drivers come down to pit road while Denny stays out. Our caution ends with Denny leading. Holy crapper, Chase Elliott just jumped up to ninth. Taco Bell and Suarez also start trading wraps and Bell is now in fifth. Denny better watch out for Chase Elliott cause he's coming up pretty fast. Willie B, who won last year's race, just isn't looking good as his car is too tight and I can see why he's screaming. Denny also starts dealing with lap traffic. Chase also manages to get past one of Denny's two drivers as he is now in second. Yeah, the two drivers of 2311. The team that he owns. Actually, there's three now. But Riley Herbst is not in contention to be running the top 10, so it's only two drivers that usually run in the top 10. Hopefully Riley Herbst will get his first Cup win. I hope. So much for his wingman, am I right? Denny once again beats your favorite driver for the stage win. Anyone who hates this guy knows how upsetting this would be, especially Saren. Because, well, he's one of the guys I chat with on Discord. Our next race off of pit road begins and Denny manages to win. Not only did he win the second stage, but he also beats your favorite driver in the pits as well. The third and final stage begins with Bubba giving Denny a bump draft to jump ahead. Another JGR driver, Chase Briscoe, also tries his best to hold off Kyle Larson. And everyone is on equal tires, meaning that no one will have an advantage over the other. And the caution gets thrown when Cindric forces Riley Herbst to spit out. Yeah, poor Herbst. I hope he wins. I really do. At least it's not as bad as the Xfinity Series race last night. The caution ends with Denny jumping ahead, and it's amazing what a 44-year-old veteran can do. Sometimes age is just a number. Meanwhile, we have a battle for 15th with Austin Dillon and Tyler Reddick. In an act of revenge, Hamlin would be the one to gain a huge lead gap over Chase Elliott. Thanks to Bubba's new crew chief, he is now doing better than ever, and he is in third. Denny hangs on to his lead while trying to gap Chase Elliott, although he is getting faster and faster. Some people who are not fans of Denny turned this race off as they are not fans of any Toyota driver nowadays, especially Saren, who, turned the race off. It's called the Toyota show after all. Denny starts dealing with lap traffic and his lead gap kind of starts to shrink. Even Alex Bowman goes a lap down. So far, not much is going on in the Toyota show. Not even SVG is safe from being lapped by Denny. Another caution comes out with Shane Van Gisbergen spinning out and losing a wheel. Good lord. I feel bad for SVG. He had to come down to the pits to get another tire. All of the leading drivers come down to pit road. Denny yet again wins the race off pit road while Cole Custer has issues down at pit road. Wow, it seems that nothing can stop him, even during the restart. Holy crap, Ross just got past Larson. Sorry, but a block isn't going to prevent Ross Chastain from taking fifth. And then guess what? Another caution comes out, and Joe, that's Joe Gibbs by the way, is disappointed with his grandson as he spuns out. The caution ends with Bubba and Denny fighting for the lead, and Ross is now catching up. But he gets loose and another caution comes out. Sheesh! Chris Buescher blows a tire and Noah Gragson spins out. The caution ends with Denny leading yet again. And guess what? Another caution comes out. Chase Briscoe has had enough of Giggles Logano. Now that's what I call karma. Joey is one of the few drivers to come down to pit road. The Toyota gang holds formation in the choose, and Denny would lead yet again on the restart. Bubba is not letting Taco Bell take the lead away from him. Ryan Preece is now moving up and passes former teammate Chase Briscoe. Holy crap, he just unlocked his true potential, but he still can't get past Ross. But even so, 7th is looking good for Ryan Preece. In a similar display to last year's Martinsville spring race, all three Toyota drivers hold formation. Taco Bell battles his own teammate for the lead. The leaders start dealing with lap traffic, and Christopher Bell is trying his best to help Denny get the slower cars out of the way. A good teammate he is. Bubba also decides to help him out, as he is also the same driver that owns his team. Yeah, Denny Hamlin owns 2311. He's the co-owner of 2311, if you haven't known already. Him and Michael Jordan own it. So far, so good. No further cautions. Oh no, the cinder block DNFs, as his issues were so bad that Penske literally ran out of batteries. And these aren't just any batteries that you can get at AutoZone or Autobox if you're a Japanese person, or Napa Auto Parts, or your local auto parts store. These are proprietary batteries that you can't get anywhere else. Probably similar case to the Indy cars having proprietary batteries, since I do believe Dallara has proprietary batteries. Not sure about that, but it'll be cool to see. We get Chase Elliott trying to catch up to Bubba Wallace with 10 to go. Denny is like a monster at Martinsville. He might have missed out on the grandfather clock last year, but he'll get it this year. Some guys might be booing at him, but anyone who's a fan of him will be cheering him on. That is, if you are a fan of him, though, because I know that Saren and some of my other friends on Discord are not big fans of Denny Hamlin. They hate him. And Denny takes home his first grandfather clock in 10 years. Holy crap! He just beat our favorite driver. This race will get mixed reactions, and I understand that. For the haters, this race will get a 5 out of 10, but for the fans, it gets a 9 out of 10. Whether you love or hate him, you cannot deny that this is an emotional win for Denny. And it is also the first time Progressive went to victory lane. This race goes to show that Denny still got it, even at age 44. I also forgot to mention that one of his tires caught fire. Thankfully, they got the fire extinguisher and no one was injured. Thumbs up right here. Also, no Progressive sponsored car has ever seen victory lane until now, so yeah, the memes will certainly be coming. It was also enough for me to get a diecast in order to celebrate his first Martinsville victory since 2015. Anyways, this is the Bandito signing off. I'll link you to another Denny Hamlin win instead of last night's race if you want to see it. But if you don't like Denny Hamlin, I'll link you to, well, a Kyle Larson win. Wait, well, Ross Chastain's emotional victory, just in case if you don't not a fan of Denny Hamlin, which I understand. Not everyone likes him. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case if you haven't already done so. All I have to say now is catch you guys next time. Peace out.